Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we're here with our final contract on planet today, and it is a big one. We're here for our first 3.5 skull mission. So we're going to go ahead and drop Interception. We're going to fight a rather well-prepared alliance, and I think we're going to take a decent chunk of salvage. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3.5. We could expect some decent mechs here. There is potential for a little bit more, but I think we'll go for money since the rest of the salvage is what would be the random allotted stuff. I think we'll just take a full mech's worth and then keep on moving. So we'll go ahead and we'll accept. I'm expecting some heavy resistance in this one, so we're going to have to be careful. Alright, so it is in a polar biome, which is rather good. That's going to keep our mechs nice and cool. What to bring? You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop the Warhammer, and I think we're going to keep both our Marauders. Yeah, and we're going to bring along the Atlas. Okay, so I think that that's our plan. I also think that we should send Archangel. Yeah, we're going to put Archangel in the Atlas. He has that coolant vent as well, just in case we do get toasty. Also very good gunnery skills if necessary. And then for the rest of us, what do we do? Well, let's see. We've got the tactics between us, so it doesn't really matter who's piloting the Marauder for those. We've got good gunnery skills. That's very nice. I suppose... Actually, you know what? What have we got? We do have that AC-10. I guess there's slightly less recoil penalties with big man, although we do get that damage reduction, which could be good. You know what? I think for now we'll just stay here because we want to keep this mech up and alive. With the others, movement and then shoot, or shoot then movement. That is a decent option. I guess that's not really useful on a catapult, so yeah, I guess we'll keep that sure footing as well. Yeah, so let's see. Extra evasion when moving around. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yep, okay, I think that's good. Also gains entrenched. That is also very, very nice. Alright then, let's go ahead and deploy.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
And hopefully we can get ourselves some good salvage today. Alright here, well, our objective is to destroy the invading lands. Nice and straightforward. So we have detected an inbound dropship belonging to the Capellan Confederation. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle a lance of mechs, but with your aid we can ensure the raid does minimal damage. We'd like you to intercept the Capellan lance and destroy it. Commander, Liao wouldn't send a dropship if they didn't mean business, so if we take this job, we should stay alert down there. Yep, okay, so inbound dropship, defenses. Makes me wonder whether they're going to have some reinforcements as well. That could be a very real issue.
Interface initiated.
Alright, the enemy dropship landed somewhere in this area, Commander. Acquire their location and engage them. Let's put a stop to their raid, Commander. Okay. Well, no time like the present, so let's get down there as fast as we can. Let's follow the road with our Atlas. Cover is not quite as...
I don't know. Something.
Yeah, something indeed. Alright, so we've got a 60-ton mech back here, an 80-ton mech over there, and another 60-tonner. Okay, so that's 3. Alright, so... yeah, that's going to be interesting. Alright, so what have we got here? As far as our Marauder, I don't think moving up here is... No, that's completely blocked off. We're never going to be able to make it through there, thanks to the terrain. That's okay, though. That does push us through a choke point. We will have contact straight away, so maybe we go... Let's move straight into the cover position. And then I think maybe that's what we do with our other Marauder as well. Make sure that we have minimal incoming damage.
Yes, Commander.
And then as for our catapult, I don't think we're really going to do too much. We could possibly just sit up here in the forest and rain fire down upon them. That could be possible. Yeah, we do have that sensor lock, but again, that's not going to do too much for us now. Decisions. You know what? Let's just move up here. We can always come back down the mountain if necessary, even although that is an awkward spot. Yeah, we're forced through that very specific line. I don't know, I guess we can make it work, but you never know, it could be a useful position.
Moving to position.
At the very least, we'll have an altitude advantage for some high-angle shots. Alright, so straight at the beginning, what do? I think we let them come to us. I think that would be the best play possible. We could move forwards, but that would mean getting outside of cover. We don't have any shots. No, I think we reserve and try and use that evasion. Alright, so they have a quick draw. Alright, so apparently they do have eyes on us there. Okay. That's probably on me. I thought we might have had slightly better cover. Oop. Swing and a miss with that PPC, but that's okay. Don't even know if they technically did any damage. Yes, one LRM hit. Okay, so what do we see? 80 tons. Quick draw. Yeah, he's gonna try and get in close. Alright, jump jets 5. You know what? Maybe standing up here is not as good as a spot as I thought. I was thinking. Yeah, this definitely does have a bit of a ridge over here, but I think I kind of thought that it went a little bit around, and it does not. Okay, that's fine. We'll make do with what we've got.
They will be done.
So let's see. We can shuffle forwards and get some shots on the quick draw. We can also... Oh, actually, we have 2 quick draws. You know what? Maybe we see if we can start... Let's just shuffle as far forwards as possible. We know what we're dealing with. We can get eyes on all 3 targets. That is fine. And then we can start to decide how we want to progress. Alright, and they have a Zeus. Ah, yes, the good old Zeus. Alright, well, that's... Yeah, I actually don't mind the Zeus as a mech. That's quite a good one. Or at least on tabletop I find that it works for me. Alright, so I think at this point we just go ahead and we go for a quick spritzing of damage across the board. Yeah, we want to make sure that we reduce as much evasion as possible. We do not have any breaching shot bonuses, so that is worth noting. So let's go... Oh, look, you know what? Let's maybe focus up over here instead of over at that one. I think we can possibly take care of... We'll try and... Yeah, we'll put a single shot on the Zeus. I don't think it matters which. Let's just maybe send a singular SRM or something like that. Yeah, there we go. Both the SRMs are pretty low here on that quick draw. Let's instead send both the SRMs towards this one. Although, actually, you never know. Hang on a second. Can we go to C? It's much of a muchness. I don't think we're going to get much damage on this thing anyway, so I guess that will do. I don't know. Maybe if we get some early movement against someone else, we might be able to make the most of it. Of the minimized evasion over here. Also, I think I saw a blip on the radar in the background there. I could be wrong, but I feel like I saw something back here. Alright, so as for everybody else, we can get closer. Can get that AC-10 over here again. Ooh, actually that Zeus could almost be a tempting target. 28 resolve. You know what? Maybe we try and get the kill on the quick draw with everybody else first. Yeah, I think that this is the way that we're going to do this. So, how close can we get? Medium lasers. It's not going to get any better. Alright, let's just move up and take a shot.
As you wish.
So what do we see here? Yeah. These guys are all prepared to brawl. Alright, well, let's see what damage we can do.
Certainly.
At the very least, their senses are very, very impaired, so they're going to have quite the difficult time shooting on the next turn. What is this, a +4 at this stage? Yeah, all 4 of our PPC shots have hit. That's not bad.
Ready for orders.
Alright, and then just because we're not going to be silly, we're going to pull our catapult down in this direction. We'll fire the LRMs at the quick draw. Yeah, there's no... I don't want to get too close to this thing. It does have jump jets. It could technically, if we stay here for too long, they might be able to jump behind us. And the catapult's not really prepared for a fight with one of these in toe-to-toe combat. Alright, structure is exposed. Okay, fine.
Solid connection on that one.
This might mean, depending on how things play out here... We need 110 damage to the center torso to destroy it. At the moment we've got only the AC 10, but they do have damage reduction. Yeah, so cover gives them 20%. Guarded. Yeah, okay, so that's a 40% reduction, it does seem. Alright, that's not ideal, but it is what it is. Okay, so do we go for some cover? You know what, that's probably going to be good enough. That way we can at least maintain our position. We can get some good shots on. Let's see. Are we going to knock that thing over? Probably not. Let's see. What is this Zeus got? PPC, large laser. You know what? That's actually not too scary of a mech. Yeah, it's the more generalist build, which could actually be to our advantage. It's these quick draws that are going to be the issue. So I think what we could do is maybe we shuffle up forwards. I know we're not in cover. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to be smart. We're going to play this safe. We're going to move into cover. It does get us pretty good shots here. If we can get the kill, that's delightful. If not, that's fine.
Engaging target.
Alright, spread out damage, that 40%
yeah.
damage reduction. Yep, that would have been a bad call. And, oh, they have another friend. Ah, okay. Well, that must be an awesome 3 PPCs. What else weighs 80 tons? Yeah. That'd be, what is it? It's like the 8Q, I think it is. But either way, let's see what we can get sorted. Got some good resolve here. We could try and move up and take that out of the equation. Work our way up over to here. That would then just leave the Zeus to come forwards. Yeah, look, you know what? Let's go ahead and move up, and I think we go ahead and... do we go for the headshot? He's got... We need a fair few shots on target if we're going to get the kill. I don't think it's worth trying to get any closer. No, I think this will have to be as good as we can ask. Alright, let's see if our first precision shot can pay off this time round.
Engaging target.
Alright, well, we did get an injury to the MechWarrior.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, the other quick draw is zipping on in. Yep, they're beginning to open fire, that's fine. Our Atlas is tanky.
Reporting.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so here comes the question. We could probably kill that with our catapult. And if that's a possibility, I think that's the play that we make. Let's head down this way. Yeah, I think we're going to try and put ourselves in cover back here. I doubt that we're going to be the target. We're pretty far away, so range will be fairly terrible. Yeah, and we're right on the sensor line too, so I don't know if they'll even have a line of sight.
Confirmed.
Yeah, but if we can get the kill here, that would be good. If not, tip them over. That could be handy. Take out one of the torsos, maybe both, knock down. That should be enough for a knockout.
Confirmed.
They assuming, of course, we can do the damage we want.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Alright, so he's still standing upright. That's a bit of a shame. Zeus is going to put some shots on our Atlas. Okay.
Armor's getting stripped off.
We definitely want to get that thing back into a little bit of better cover. That left arm is taking a bit of a beating.
Yes, Commander.
We still have our Marauder as well as our Atlas left. I think the plan at this point is maybe we shuffle forwards and we go for the kill here on the quick draw. Yeah, it looks like we did not target things particularly well. Ah, man, so close to knocking that off. Alright, well, I think we have to go with what we've got. And I'd rather focus them down.
Have no doubt it will be done.
We'll use the Atlas to maybe clear off some of the other enemies if possible. Alright, well, we missed something. We did get the knockdown though, that stability damage coming in nicely. And it's no good. Alright, he's back up again. Okay, so he should have a terrible time targeting. Between, what was it, +6 from those impaired senses, the +4 to stand up. He's going to be in rough shape. Alright, well then, what to do here? I almost feel like we could send out just a singular snub PPC and that should take care of him. If we hit the arm, even with the, what is it, 20% damage reduction, let's see, that'd be, what, 1/5. Technically the arm could live, but we'd take out the left torso, we could take out the right torso. All the damage, assuming it carries on inwards, that'd be enough for the kill.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, look, I think that could actually be the play here. And then we focus... oh, I don't know. Where do we go? Again, it's that left arm that's already fairly beaten up. I guess we could try and move into cover back here, but I'm not sure if that's really ideal. That quick draw could definitely jump us and get behind our back. I know we've got good armor on our back, not that we're planning on using it, but again, that could definitely do some damage at point blank range. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to move and turn. And hang on a second, can we... We can get one target. We won't have any evasion, and that'll open up our back too much. And then we've only got the AC5 all the way back there. You know what? For a quick kill, I suppose we could do worse. Let's just shuffle forwards.
Got it, Commander.
Alright, let's target. We'll do a multi-target. You and you. So what have we got here? We've got a couple of SRMs. I think we need to make sure that we do as much damage as possible. Send off the extra heavy snub PPC. Yeah, one snub PPC and one AC5 should at least just put a little bit of stability over there, but this should be sufficient for the kill. I'm not expecting much from our SRMs, but again, between those medium lasers, the snub, and you know what? I'm kind of talking myself into taking an extra shot. Let's just fire the snub PPC as well. There we are. Let's guarantee the kill. We'll put a little damage on the Zeus. I think that's as good as we can ask. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's maybe even save our SRMs for now and save a little bit of heat.
Got it, Commander.
Alright, so that's 1 bar of stability damage. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we almost could have gotten a stray shot. But alright, here comes, yep, there it is. There's that awesome AQ moving on up. Alright, decisions. Do we go for the Zeus or do we go for the quick draw? Let's just double check. How's our targeting doing? If we were to shoot from where we are, do we get any sensor impairment? No, it's just within short range. Alright, well that's... wait a second, short range? -4? +4. Hang on a second. You know what? That doesn't matter. We're fine. What to do? So we could move up into some cover. Our odds are not phenomenal there. That thing's got too much movement. That Zeus could be a good shot to take. Then maybe follow up with another precision shot over at the Awesome just to slow that down. Oh look, at the moment we actually do have a little bit of evasion here. Maybe we save 2 turns? Maybe we let them fire at us? It's not like the Atlas is going to get a go. We can't target him because he's too fast right now. Yeah, you know what? Oh, that rough terrain could be nice though. Ooh.
Receiving you.
Yeah, we could use big man's skills to our advantage. That is a possibility. We could fire 70%. Get him as unsteady as possible. But again, that's not going to do that much in the scheme of things. Alright, fine. You know what? I think we reserve. Yeah, I don't really want to put our Marauder up here and... Actually, no, we'll have the same amount of defense, same as all of that, but we could potentially stop them from getting a turn. That quick draw would be nice to take out, but I think I'd rather take home a Zeus or an Awesome over a quick draw, so... If that's the case, you know what? Yeah. Alright, we're going to move up. That's fine. We'll see if we can force their hand as to which mech they move. Let's see if we can take home the Zeus.
Engaging target.
And no dice there. Alright, that's not good. Putting some shots on our Atlas is annoying, but at least it is... Oh no, he's an ace pilot. Ooh, fancy call. Alright. Still got that rough terrain modifier, so we'll take note of that. That Zeus, yeah, definitely did not get clipped at all, which is unfortunate.
Awaiting orders.
Don't really want to be firing at point blank range back up here. Let's maybe swing 34 resolve, 2 PPC shots. That's not that much. Yeah, I think maybe it's... Could move up and take some very good shots there with that quick draw. That would give us some pretty solid percentages. Although... Do we try that instead? Use a precision shot here and see if we can take it out? You know what? We are going to get resolve back one way or the other. Yeah, look, you know what? Salvage is salvage. Let's just move on up. Yeah, we'll take that shot here and we'll see how this plays out.
As you wish.
Alright, we did get a headshot, but not quite what we needed. That does slow its initiative down, so that will buy us some time on the next turn.
What's up, boss?
Big man. The Zeus is already looking a little unsteady, and we could possibly take out a leg. He is not in cover. You know what? I think that's what we go for.
On my way.
We'll move you up here, and yeah, we'll see if we can knock this guy over so we can get as many precision strikes as we want against him. I think that's the way we do this. Again, the quick draw could be... Yeah, could be worth going for, but I think... I don't know. This also has this rough terrain, so hang on, 150% stability damage. You know what, actually, if we're going to knock anything over, it's probably more likely to be the quick draw than the Zeus. Yeah, and this thing is going to cause more trouble on this turn. You know what, never mind, I changed my mind. We're going for the quick draw.
Engaging with target. Think I hit something good.
Alright, here comes the Zeus. Minimal damage. And now Time for our Atlas to move on in. So, we're not going to be able to get shots on the Awesome. That's unfortunately the way that it goes. I think what we do is... I think we just move point blank and destroy this quick draw. Yeah, I think that's how we do this. Let's just march on up and see that he doesn't get a turn, and if we're lucky, we may even get a stray shot.
Giving him everything I've got. Target eliminated.
Alright, well, at least that's one problem down. That does boost our resolve. Alright, let's see what this Awesome does. Alright, shots. Good news is we are in cover, and we have that damage reduction, which is excellent. Alright, so here comes the real question. The Zeus or the Awesome? You know what, he's got too much damage reduction for now. I think we have to focus in on the best targets available. Yeah, and you know, we'll even move up over here for now. And we'll precision strike him. That'll also slow him down more than a little bit, which will annoy him quite a lot.
Engaging target.
Oh, and that could have been it. There it was. Fantastic.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, good work there on that LASIK eye surgery there. Very
You
good.
have orders?
Medium lasers working out very nice. Alright, so resolve. We can go ahead and get close enough for an attack. Let's see. This thing is untouched at this point.
Standing by.
Maybe we just fire off some LRMs? Yeah, at this point I think we just pick up as much cover and evasion as possible. We'll see if we hit one side more than the other, and then maybe we'll decide about maybe taking out a leg if possible. Nope, still rather well armored.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, well then... Got, yeah... I guess we'll shuffle off across. Maybe enough stability damage could be possible on this turn to knock him down.
Confirmed.
No. That did not really work out much.
Ready for orders.
Alright, well I guess it's the Atlas's turn. And now let's just double check that left arm is the one in danger, so we will turn right.
Position confirmed.
I don't think he will get to a point of being able to melee. We're going to vent our coolant. Even in such a cold region, it's getting rather toasty, so let's see what we can do here.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Yeah, I doubt we'll get
Hey.
the kill. Yeah.
Let's slip the dog support.
And he's moving up forwards. Ah, bother. Okay, well, that could have been nice. At least he's out of cover, so that's ideal.
Reporting heavy fire.
How's our structure on that arm going? Still A-okay? Fantastic. Okay, good. He was putting his shots on center of mass, which is ideal. So, we've got a pretty good shot here, I think. Yeah, full salvo. Let's just, oh wait, no. Let's move across, pick up the cover just to be on the safe side, and we'll attack from head on. Again, I think if we take the left or the right side, it slightly obfuscates the face, and so we're less likely to get the kill. So yeah, we'll be careful with that. And this AC-10 shot should be enough to knock this thing over. Or at least that's the hope. Alright, well, AC-10 landed. That'll do it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, good job, Commander. Let's debrief aboard the ship.
Mission successful.
Okay, well, now we've got ourselves some more salvage. How delightful. So, extra 352,000 C-bills to our account never hurts. Solid XP across the board. And it looks like our Marauder and Atlas did most of the killing, which is sort of what we hoped for. Yeah, all of our support supporting rather well. Alright, so, Awesomes. I do like an awesome, but I think the Zeus... Let's see, we've got some missiles. We could make that like a fire support. That wouldn't be bad. We do have enough tonnage where we could put on some heavier electronic weaponry if desired. The awesome, though, that is purely direct fire. No missiles, next to no support. Yeah, look, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up the Zeus. I think the Zeus is the choice for us. Alright, so that'll be good as far as our salvage is concerned. We could potentially pick up that comm system, which would be cool. But again, the mech is more important than the rest. Oh, and even a leg mod. Huh. Wonder who had that. My guess is maybe the quick draw? Either way, we'll see. We picked up part of a quick draw, part of an awesome, both of which I'm happy to see, and then a whole heap of heat sinks. Alright, well, that's not the worst in the as far as things could have gone. Would have been nice to get that extra resolve there, but unfortunately you can only do with what we've got. And, well, we came away looking pretty good anyway. So then, I guess that means we better go ahead and make sure we have our stuff lined up, because we are now changing planets. I'm pretty sure we have a new LRM-20 to throw in our catapult.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Relatively fast and sturdy. That's fine. Do we want to go ahead and replace anything here? Decisions. I do want at least a second assault mech. We have seen that in our previous episodes. I think it was quite some time ago now. We needed to have 2 assaults at a minimum. So we really do want to have this in our repertoire if possible. I'm thinking we drop the Centurion for now. I do like the Centurion. I'd be happy to bring that back, especially if we need some lighter mechs. But I think for now, having the Zeus is going to be the important thing for us. Alright, so let's head to, let's see. We've got our mech bay being worked on. That'll take us a month, but that's okay. Financial report in 14 days. That's not bad. Shadowhawks being worked on. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Oh, wait. MechWarriors. Experience. Let's go ahead and...
Commander?
Archangel cannot pick up anything just yet.
Yes, Commander.
Cheese Goblin can afford the final one for that indirect fire penalty.
Training complete.
And then as for myself, what do we do? Overheat? I think that's what we discussed. I think that's the best thing for us. Yeah, we'll go with that overheat threshold. Just give us a little bit of extra wiggle room. Alright, so that'll do. And let's head to the mech bay. So... That's right, as I was saying before in our components, let's just double check. We have some ER medium an ER medium laser. We also have, what else do we have? That large laser we could swap out potentially. LRM-20 with extra damage. Where is it? There it is. Alright, that's for the catapult. It's 15s. Alright, so I think that's good. Oh, and you know what? We could also maybe swap out that base medium laser in the Atlas to a modified one. That wouldn't be a bad plan. Yeah, and then we've also got some small lasers here with extra damage and critical. Alright, I think there's a few things that we can improve. So, I think... Yeah, just for saving the time and effort, unless, I think I'll just go with direct upgrades, and I'll tell you what I do, unless, of course, I come up with something particularly different, and then I'll loop you back in if that is the case. Okay, so I have gone through and I have upgraded a few things, but I thought I'd show you the Zeus. So I did have a little bit of a choice as to what I wanted to go with, but I ended up going with something a little bit more silly rather than a little bit more probably practical. But I want to see it, so that's good enough for me. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pack this Zeus to the rafters with LRMs. That's right, we've got some two LRM-15s, one doing extra damage, one doing extra stability damage, and then an LRM-10 to fill up the last space in the arm with some extra stability as well as critical chance. So that's going to be quite powerful. We are running with 3 tons of LRM ammo. So every salvo should be 40 LRMs, so that'll give us 3, 6, 9 rounds of ammunition. And then, just in case anything gets close, we've got ourselves 3 medium lasers and a small pulse. Just in case we do get to melee, we can use that pulse and still deal a ridiculous amount of damage, as our melee is currently 110 plus, what's that, an extra 35? So that could be fun. And then of course, just to make sure that everything is balanced, we have a singular heatsink to help negate things. So realistically, it's only going to be fire support, but if necessary, we do have some lasers to continue the fight if we run out of ammunition. And, well, we have a silly amount of armor to make sure that we can stay in a said fight. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that. I did feel a little bit bad not throwing on at least a PPC or something like that. I feel like that's fairly quintessential to the Zeus. But again, it's, you know, that the missile pods, you know, I guess we're leaning into that aspect more than others. But either way, we'll make it work. Who knows, maybe we'll see a variant in the future. But either way, all of that is to say that we should, let's see, that's take us 15 days. I think we're about to have to travel off, and we will, yeah, well, it won't give us much time to get that finished. It might be a day late, but again, that's not the be-all and end-all. Actually, you know what, before we do, let's just make sure that I have that sorted. What do we care about the least? We definitely want the... Oh, right, I forgot to mention the other upgrades. So, first and foremost, with our Marauder here, we upgraded one of their small lasers into a higher damaging small laser, one of those modified ones. The catapult, we put in the LRM-20 with extra damage. The Atlas got a boost to one of the machine guns for some extra critical, as well as a medium laser with slightly more accuracy. And then, well, we saw the Zeus and the Shadowhawk has been a long time in the making. But since I think we're going to be a day short, we're going to throw the Shadowhawk to the end of the run. And we'll get the rest of these up and running, because that is what I think is the most important thing for us. Alright, so with that all sorted, let's head to our contract. Now, let's go ahead and pick up this Clash of the Titans. So, we've got an interesting opportunity for you, Commander. We've recently detected a major engine signature on the planet, probably an Assault Class mech. We can't have an Assault Class Capellan mech that big wandering around loose. We'd like you to handle it. And the interesting part is we've also detected another Assault power-up, and it's a different mech entirely. And it's closing with the target. It's possible you can just swoop in and pick up the pieces. We're prepared to give generous salvage terms. And that is a-okay. It's only 2.5 skulls, so it shouldn't even be that bad. But we are maximizing our chances for the wreckage here. This should guarantee that we get a full assault mech, assuming that we can get the headshot, and then maybe even a good couple of parts of the other. And if we're really lucky, through maximizing our non-preferred salvage, we might even get that final piece if things work out. But either way, that'll be for the pirates against the Capellans, of which they have been suffering our wrath quite frequently lately. But that is all good. So, since our jump is paid for by the pirates, let's go ahead and get traveling. Everyone should be back to health by the time we land. And so should our mechs, so we can pick up as much payment as possible. Alright, new holovids. The Argo's current budget includes a line item for crew entertainment. So after polling the morning briefing for preferences, Darius places an order. Soon a shipment of popular new holovid ships from Paya arrives. A mix of action, historical drama, horror, screwball comedies, and animated features. Alright, so what have we got? We've got a couple of options. The upgraded lounge as well as the lounge. It's going to be one of the two. You know what, let's do this for the senior staff. I think that should be fine. It's because we've got the upgraded lounge. Let's see how that plays out for us. Alright, you and Dr. Maraud both join Darius in the lounge to watch an animated psychological horror story about a battle mech with an unusual engine design and its creator's search for the perfect pilot. Darius ventures a single amused remark early in the show when the inventor is monologuing, but the dagger look from Dr. Maraud turns on him, prevents any further commentary. When finally the credits flow across the screen, Darius says that was better than I expected. Dr. Maraud says smugly, I told you so. Alright, morale has increased. That is fantastic. And let's keep on traveling. Again, look at that. Zeus. Perfect time. Yep, we did have everything sorted. Alright, so let's just continue our journey. We'll make the jump. And then I guess we'll see how much further we've got. Alright, so that should be, what, 3 days? 4 days? Actually, no, never mind. Maybe it was only 2 days from the jump point. Okay, so it's good to know that we're close to that.
Financial report.
Alright, financial report, that's fine. We will go ahead and pay our crew as we should. Standard will do fine. We've arrived. Do we want to proceed with the current contract? We'll say not yet. We'll have a look at the store. You never know if there's anything good. Just the basic gyro for melee hit. You know what? That could actually go in one of our mechs, and it's quite cheap. Yeah, sure. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we will purchase that. Again, it doesn't do too much, but again, it's nice and cheap, so I'll take what we can get. Nothing else is available, which is perfect. And, oh right, of course, with our training modules, let's just double check that no one else can afford any promotions, and it looks like we're just a very small amount of XP away, but that is
Receiving you.
that is as good as it can possibly be, it seems. Okay, so we'll come back with this assault in the next one. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.